We have worked really hard as a staff since we arrived at building relationships with the high school coaches in the state of Indiana and giving them all access to our program. We've tried to be in each of those schools every year and been very visible at state clinics and things of that nature. And of course, that all starts in Indianapolis.
What makes Warren Central really good is our depth and the way we play football.
There's always like a dog mentality.
Every day you have to prove yourself.
At practice, we practice to give it your all. We go all out. And during the games, there's no fear. I've never went into a game, no matter who we were playing, thinking that we had any chance of losing.
When I first got to Warren, so my freshman year, just playing on the freshman team, before the season started, I was third string.
Coming out my junior year, I played like some snaps. I really had like a couple people in front of me, so I really got to touch the field.
Once I got to the JV varsity level, it was competition every day. You had to prove yourself.
Once that Friday night lights hit, it was just I had to protect the field. This is what I grew up watching. Like this is me. Like I'm Warren Central football. It's just that football field is a part of me.
Me and Josh played next to each other. We're in the same class, and we started next to each other. He helped me out a lot, and I like to think I helped him out a few times with a few plays. Great player, high energy, shows a lot of effort, and it made the game easy for me.
Really learning from them is just to compete. From Darnell, just working hard, no matter what side you are, from Pose, just being a dog on the field.
Graves.
Standing under center.
This is a sneak.
Quarterback sneak. Touchdown. And the Warren Central Warriors are the 2009 5A football champions.
My sophomore year, we won the state championship.
No place to go. No place to go.
Here, Shakir Bell gonna go to the house.
Oh, they got him.
Coming, and they wrapped him up and dropped him.
I remember going out there, my first play was at the beginning of the second quarter, and there was just thousands and thousands of people there.
We're screaming, we're going crazy. It's almost like no words to explain it. It was such a long season.
This is the time that we've been waiting for. We had a great class of young guys going into my junior year. A lot of D1 guys. I believe it was 15 Division I football players in my class. I was just thinking we've got this tradition going again of winning state. Now it's our turn to be the starters to get this tradition going. Cincinnati's obviously they're a great football program. They were 10-3, like 3 straight years. Before then, they went to the Sugar Bowl, went to the Orange Bowl. It was right close to home. It's only like 120 miles away from home. My parents can come to my games, and they told me I had the possibility of being a true freshman, which I did. So anybody that goes in as a freshman wants to play right away. At one point in time in the middle of the season, they put me on scout team. From being a true freshman to having the biggest game in my bowl game as a true freshman to being named the starter, and then to turn around and then a coach puts you on scout team and the whole team knows how good you are and what you've done in the past. I think that was my lowest point. My dad helped me through it the whole way. He stayed in prayer for me every day. We talked every day about it to try to keep my head straight, to try to make sure I wasn't getting down or depressed, or just make sure I keep my faith and remain confident about everything. Because knowing that all this happens for a reason and there was going to be a good to come out of this somehow.
Josh was a guy that we knew about in high school. Of course, he ended up at Cincinnati, which was a good opportunity for him at that time. But when the staff changed there and some philosophies changed, and he ended up looking for a new home. The relationships that we had built with him and with everybody else associated with that program made Ball State a natural fit for him.
As soon as I got my release papers from Cincinnati, Darnell Smith called me immediately trying to get me there, talking about how good it would be and like how they had an open spot and how big of an opportunity it would be for us to play against each other again. And then Anthony Winbush, he played behind me, so he was kind of like a younger brother to me at Warren, so he would just persuade me like, man, I need you here, like it'll be fun, like you can help me out, you can help me out on the field and stuff like that. So that was a giant reason why I decided to transfer.
Seeing him in preseason, how hard he plays in practice, and what a good motor that he has, you just had a really good feeling that once the season arrived, that would translate to success in games.
Say we all three be on the field like in a package, I'll look like to like my side and see that I'm like, dang, you really went to the same high school and now you're back here playing.